Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to Big Valley Living.
Today we're going to harvest onions and shallots.
Yep, that's what I look like. I learned what I don't want to do with onions, and I'm learning what I do want to do. We're pulling out these onions because I planted them about February 3rd or so, and right now we're at the last week of May, so they've been in the ground for like 110 or 15 days, and typically they'll be, full big onions at 110 days or so. So we'll go over some specific things that'll be helpful for you, I think, and so hopefully you don't go through the same issue I did.
We're going to go over there and start pulling, and then after we're finished harvesting all these, we'll come back and let you know what we're going to do the next time and what we've learned through this round of onion planting, right?
Yeehaw!
Anyway, stay tuned, and we'll see you back in a few minutes.
So this is our onions from this year. I use sets. So I've learned through this process that there are 3 different ways that you can grow onions. One is just start them from seed, and you can also get transplants. There are companies like Dixondale and Harris Ranch and all of these places that will sell you a bunch of onions that they just look like little onions, and you put them in the ground and off they go. Or you can buy sets, which most hardware stores and nurseries and stuff, they'll sell you sets. Well, they're like last year's onions, so they're you want to get them as small as you can, but they're really last year's onions, and you put them in the ground and they start to grow again. Well, that's the way I went. And so these have been in the ground for 100 and almost 20 days. And that's about what you can expect from sets when you're in the region that we are, which is
Zone 9.
Zone 9B. It's also in the intermediate zone for onions. So onions grow depending on how many hours of light every day that they get. So in the intermediate zone, when you get 12 to 14 hours, that's when it'll start to bulb. So most sets are set up for the long day, which means it's 14 to 16 hours before they start to bulb. So we don't necessarily get there until it's later in the season. And then you also have your short day, which is, for California, it'd be down like Fresno South. That's just a roundabout Fresno South. We'll just say that that's the short day. And so these just don't really turn out very well for me anyway. If somebody has better experience with them, hey, put it in the comments below. Maybe I'll try them again. But for me, I'm going to be going with buying them in bunches in the transplant and just put them in the ground and go from there. So
Will they have any green on the tops, or I've never seen them? So
yeah, they'll kind of,
they'll have like chive-looking things up top.
Yeah, they'll be about this long, and they'll be like little tiny onions on the bottom, and they'll be the onion. You just put them in the ground about a ½ an inch to an inch, and they'll actually bulb and do all that stuff. So I want to make sure that you knew that. So know your zone, know what sunlight. So if you're north of the California border, you're long day, and if you're south of Fresno, you're short day. In between those two, we're in the intermediate zone. And now I'm going to get to picking all these things and get them out of here.
Well, that took about 5 minutes, and
So this is called a basket of disappointment. However,
no, they smell good.
it smells really good.
We just have a lot of cooking to
But
do.
you know, I was hoping. So I planted white and yellow and red also, but they're all about this big. You know, we're going to use probably from here down for the onion part. So instead of, let's say, 6 months worth of onions that we could store, we'll have like maybe 6 weeks of, you know, putting this into whatever.
Here's a red
it smells
one.
really good. You know, they smell awesome,
They
onions.
smell like onions.
But they're just tiny. And so next year I'll be ordering the ones that are already started in their first year, and we'll see if I can change my outcome. But just keep in mind, know if you're in a long day, a short day, intermediate day for growing onions, because that's important. And just know what varieties you can grow in your area. Other than that, we have some onions to clean up, and we'll probably let these set aside and dry out a little bit, but some of these will go into dinner tonight, I'm sure. So thanks for coming by Big Valley Living.
There's one more thing I want to note.
Right.
You saw that we left some green growth out there, not the weeds. Those actually, ladybugs love to breed in there, so we always try and keep some around. But those will be coming out because we'll be planting peppers there. Anyway, what we left behind was garlic, and we need to wait until the tops of the garlic start turning yellow and brown. So they're just right at the very back of the bed. So we're just going to leave those, even though we're going to go ahead and plant peppers.
Yeah, and they're not too far off, but they're not quite ready. So we want to let them grow a little bit bigger cloves, and we'll let you know how those go.
Boy, does this smell like onions.
So so it's awesome. So if you got something from this video, if you'd like and share, that'd be awesome. And click the bell for the notifications for every time we put out a video, whatever. Their Tinker Bell. But thanks for stopping by Big Valley Living. We'll see you next time. See you later, everybody.
Thank you. Be kind. Have a great day.
Yeah, man.
They smell so good.
They do smell awesome.